Well, good morning. I am excited to be here today. It's nice to see the sunshine. As I woke up this morning and I was having my morning time, it occurred to me yesterday as we were going through the storm. I think we found out that there was probably over 6 inches of snow, and it seemed to snow all day long. And God kind of reminded me that sometimes it's like that in life. Right now we're in the midst of a storm, and but there is hope. There is sunshine that will come as a result of it. So that was a good reminder for me this morning that sometimes we have that storm, but we need to stay close to Him in that storm, and He will guide us out and to the beautiful sunshine. Well, as you know, we've been going through Newstart. So just a quick reminder, we've done a few of the letters already. We did nutrition, which was a reminder of the food that we're supposed to be eating, those berries and those greens, and helping us to boost that immune system, and getting in our exercise helps us to also boost that immunity. And if we're outdoors, we can also get the sunshine at the same time. That's another one of our letters. And of course, making sure we're taking in the water, because we are made primarily of water, so that definitely helps us to keep things moving in there so we don't get clogged up. But today, we're actually going to be touching on the next letter, which is for temperance. Now, temperance is one of the fruits of the Spirit. And it also, as I was looking up the definition, it's also considered self-control. And that's one of the things I think we actually struggle with sometimes, especially when we're in the environment that we are in right now. It can be a bit trying to be temperate in all things. God asks us to do things in moderation, and there are some things that we should completely steer clear of. But as I was looking through the recommendations that they were talking about on the Newstart website, it had to deal with our actions and our thoughts and our feelings. We need to look at our appetite and shopping and media and sleeping. There's lots of different nuances to understanding temperance. And I know right now, sometimes, I don't know if you're anything like me, but sometimes when I get stressed out, I do eat a little bit more than I should. I do that snacking where I shouldn't. And so that's one of the things that I know that the Lord is asking us to check in. And one of the things He's been working with me on, which I find is wonderful, because I don't always sense it ahead of time, that my emotions and my thoughts are kind of controlling where I'm going and the things that I'm doing. So one of the things He's helped me to do is when I'm starting to get those thoughts or those feelings, I get that sign that says, okay, stop what you're doing and really think things through. Okay, do you really need that extra piece of bread, or do you really need some ice cream? Do you really need these things, or is this as a result of your feelings and your thoughts? And it helps us to stop and think and make wise choices. God right now is trying to draw closer to us. This is our opportunity. Many of us do worry. I will tell you right now, we're in the middle of selling our home, and there have been moments of high anxiety for me. We had one day where we were working through some stuff with the buyers, and they had a deadline to get back to us by 5 o'clock. And the time was approaching, and we hadn't heard anything. And I must admit, my heart was racing, and I was pacing, and I was maybe looking for something to snack on or drink or something, because I was quite stressed out. And the Lord called to my heart, and He said, Andrea, I need your heart. I need you to give me this. And I had to kneel down and pray several times because the time came and went. And I thought, okay, we've lost the deal. They're pulling out. And my heart kind of sank. because I thought, okay, Lord, what's next? We can't put our house back on the market. And, I was running through all these things of what do we do next, and Daniel's not working. And, of course your mind goes a million miles an hour. But the Lord said, are you going to give it to me? Are you going to let me have this? And luckily I did. I did in this instance. And so I did speak to the realtor, and actually it was because of some differences that they didn't get back to us straight away, but within a few minutes of speaking to her, they had called and they had accepted. And I was actually more excited that I had gained the victory than the fact that we were going forward with the house, because it was a big deal for me. And I think for each of us, we have those moments. It may not be that for you, but the Lord is calling to us to give up these things. And one of the verses that really stuck with me, and I added this verse in, it says, a person without self-control is like a city with a broken down wall. So learning how to manage our thoughts and our feelings and what we do with those, the Lord really wants us to do that, because when we do come to even harder times, if we are connected with the Lord and we can control those things, the Lord can lead us where he needs us to be to help us to go through whatever we need to. So that was a big reminder, and that temperance is kind of a big thing in our life. And so that was a big reminder to me, Andrea, you need to be working on this. This is pretty important. So that was a big thing. And then we're going to go to the next letter for today, is A for air. So if you're out there doing your exercise outside and you're doing gardening or walking, you're getting in that air. And research is showing that actually fresh air is actually a natural disinfectant, which if you're out, if you've gone for a walk amongst the trees or out, where there's fresh air, it's quite amazing, because not only is it helping your lungs, but it also helps you with your digestion, and it also helps you with your mood, and it helps your energy level. And actually it can help you have a new perspective when you're out amongst God's nature and you're filling your lungs up with fresh air and kind of cleaning out. It helps to clean out up here too, and to help refocus. I know I've done that a few times when things have been tough for me. If I go for a long walk and have that talk with the Lord, it's quite invigorating. So if you can get out there and do that. Now I know for some of us, sometimes we can't get out of the house. Yesterday was a bit chilling, so maybe going outside wasn't the easiest thing to do. Then we can open our windows. Sometimes in the morning what I do is I just open our bedroom window a crack and kind of roll back those covers so that fresh air can come in and hopefully clean out those germs to help protect us. And the fresh air is wonderful, even if you can get it circulating through your house, and just to smell it come in that window is even nice. One of the verses that I found in Job 33 says, "The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life." That is so true. When we're willing to sit in God's presence and breathe in his air, to breathe in his atmosphere, even if we're sitting in our living room or wherever we are, to breathe in his, just that time with him, that could be a huge blessing, and it can change your outlook. I know it has for me many, many times. There have been many instances where I've been stressed, or even in blessings, to take that time to thank him for the blessings that I do have. So remember to take that time with the Lord, and also to get out there and do what you can to stay healthy. And if you have any questions, let us know. And definitely if you have any prayers, please let us know, because we can be praying for each other, and that's also encouraging when you know that you're lifting somebody else up for the Lord.